did.
quickly.
I thought it was professional.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to an extremely special edition of 2-Bit Movie Club. We're doing what I would call almost the edging version of watching movies. Only watching trailers for movies. Which vaguely feels to me, there's that thing in like Demolition Man where they're in the car and they're listening to the oldie station and it's just the ads. Feels a little bit like that. Like it's kind of the opposite of culture, but at the same time, these are all amazing.
I think there's a lot of culture in what we're about to screen this evening.
Basically the same as watching 30-odd movies, I think, just watching the trailers for
Pretty
them.
much.
But also watching 30-odd movies that I probably wouldn't actually watch the movie for a significant
you really
amount
not?
of them.
There's been
Sorry,
so-
that's okay. That's maybe a little bit too tall and order. But some of these movies, they've definitely... I mean, what is a trailer? You condense the best bits of a movie into 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's a little bit of leeway in terms of the bestest bits and the slightly less best of bits. But in these movies, in some cases, the only bits they could possibly put in the trailer are in the trailer.
Yes.
That's the whole movie.
I would say for about 90% of the trailers we're going to show, it is more worthwhile having seen the trailer than it is watching the movie.
Yeah.
But that's the magic of trailers. Because this
It's
was
true.
like the good thing about watching like tapes or even to some extent DVDs was that like you would watch a bunch of shit and be like, oh fuck, I kind of want to see that. Whereas now the equivalent of that is just like scrolling through Netflix, looking at 600 movies and feeling like I don't want to watch any of this.
They might
I don't
have
wanna watch
ruined.
a
They
single
might
one.
have ruined trailers.
I think everyone kind of ruined trailers. Like now, they do the thing where they have a micro version of the trailer in the first 5 seconds.
You've got to have your 5-second trailer before your trailer.
That's a new thing that's happened, isn't it? Only in the
Well,
last
that's
couple of years.
Attention spans of 5
It's
seconds.
not
Yeah.
even attention spans, it's just how people use their phones. They're just like, you scroll, you go, and I'm on to the next thing.
But you've got to have your preview for your preview to justify whether your preview is worth watching.
Yeah.
It's bizarre.
You need a preview for that.
That's we're a highly efficient culture we live in.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't introduce any of us. I'm Ben.
I'm
That was
Ben.
also Ben. Pointing probably doesn't work again. I think I'm down and you're up. Are you... If I point that way...
If I go that way, yeah, we're good.
Okay. That's
I am not Ben.
Yeah, we won't hold it against him.
No.
Yeah, we're going to be playing mostly B grade. I can say entirely B grade, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a few things we were going to chuck in that were more mainstream movies, but these are all.
The first iteration we were talking about this included good modern trailers, and that just went out the window straight away.
Actually, instead of us doing that, which we have not done, watch the trailer for The Master.
Good trailer.
I mean,
It is
not
a good
instead
trailer.
of watching this, do it later in your
Not
own
now.
time. Yeah. Paul Thomas Anderson directed the trailer himself. It is like the fucking platonic ideal of a trailer. That is like, it is something incredible. It is a pure work of art. None of what we are going to show you tonight is a work of art. It is something else.
I like the trailers where they have like a mini movie that aren't actually in the movie. Like the original Sony Spider-Man movie had a mini movie
Yeah.
that wasn't. It was just like a bank heist, and Spider-Man chases the bank robbers and ends up putting the helicopter in a big spider web, and you pan out, and there's 2 World Trade Towers, which the thing is in the middle of, and then something happened, and they couldn't use that trailer anymore.
I guess that's
Yeah,
similar to
what's
how
that?
they.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
That's similar to how they got Deadpool greenlit as well, wasn't it? The same sort of thing.
The trailer
They did that
first.
little trailer clip,
Oh, really?
like 30 seconds. Yeah.
You know that Taika Waititi sold his concept for Thor Ragnarok by showing networks, not networks, the one network. It was footage from Big Trouble in Little China edited together to Immigrant Song.
Really?
Yeah, that was his sizzle reel of like, this
Wow.
is what I want the movie to be like, and they were like, oh, fucking okay. The great song and a fucking great movie.
Reese, there's no Newly Dead's trailer. It was a little problematic. We can't show it.
Yeah, that's about the entire concept of the movie.
The whole movie was problematic in the end. I regret watching it.
Movie Newly Dead, you are cancelled.
Cancelled.
Goodbye.
Right. Hey, let's do a first segment.
Wait, no.
No, did you
What?
want
We
to?
should say what the...
Oh, yeah, we have a thing.
The prize.
Oh.
Yeah. The competition.
Okay, holding up to the camera is not going to be a bunch of
It's going to be great. It's going to work.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see that, sort of.
Alright. This is a lovely pin design by, I think, Luke, is that you?
It is. It is.
Yeah.
I did do that one. Yeah, that was after a drunken night of Ben and I watching the film. Is that what's the competition again?
Monkey
If I say the
Shines.
film name, it doesn't matter, does it? No. Okay, wasn't sure what we're doing. Yeah, Monkey Shines, and then the next day waking up and thinking there's definitely going to be a market for this pin. Turns out there definitely wasn't.
Well,
I have a lot of those pins.
we're going to be giving away 5 of those. The competition is going to be another drawing contest because they're very low effort on our part. It's the way that we like it. We're going to be asking you to whip out your big biro and a blank sheet of A4 paper or whatever you have at hand and draw for us some sort of VHS monster. It needs to combine the elements of being both a videotape and also a monster. Work within that broad remit however you like.
It can be beta as well. We will allow beta.
Yep, sure, I'll go that far. Any other types of cassette? Pneumatic? That's the only other
Oh,
one.
I don't know anymore.
Yep, alright. Go ahead with that. Please send your answers in Ben's personal phone number. That is 04... I don't know that off by heart. Why would I do that?
I thought you were about to say it. I'm like, how do you know how it starts? Oh, wait, they don't start like that.
I did love the fear in your eyes just then.
No, there are some that are 039 in Australia. They're not all that full.
Really?
At Netherworld Arcade on Instagram. At Netherworld Arcade on the Instagram.
Yeah, you go to Instagram, you type in Netherworld, and then click on the one that looks like it's this one.
I will even check the messages that are hidden because they all will be.
It's probably a good call then. Alright, why don't we just hop straight into our first bracket then?
Enjoy.
Don't move. What are you gonna do, shoot me?
So they call him Samurai, huh?
His real name is Joe Marshall. They call him Samurai. He speaks fluent Japanese.
Omaha, Yamaha, whatever his name is, right? Are you Fujiyama?
He got his martial arts training from the masters in Japan. He was brought over here from the police force in San Diego to fight us.
I want him dead. I want his head cut off and brought here. I want his head on this piano.
I will bring you his head and I will place it on your piano. And we'll see who the real samurai is.
Damn.
God damn you guys. All you've done is cost me bloodshed and mayhem.
Who hired you? Tell me who hired you to kill a cop.
Hey, look!
Police! Don't move, you're under arrest. Stop!
Hey, counselor. We'll see you in court.
Well, this one's dead too. Not captured alive.
Have you been circumcised? Well, your doctor must have cut a big portion of it off.
No, he was a good doctor. I'm telling these son of a bitches that if they continue killing our children, I'll have their stinking bodies in garbage bags and ship them back to Japan for fertilizer. Got it?
I feel like somebody stuck a big club up my ass, and it hurts. We've got to figure out a way to get it out of there.
Sour grapes. It's a super special ingredient.
We're going to talk about beer. Christ, we've only been using your ingredient for 2 weeks, and beer sales have skyrocketed.
The problem is,
You got any Marshall beer?
it's too super. It's too special. And it's addictive.
The beer drinking age was lowered to 6 yesterday, meaning there's a whole new market out there.
Mommy, can I have some more beer on my cereal? Of course.
We got Marshall, Marshall Light, Marshall Stout, Marshall Dark, and Marshall Ale.
No, thank you, coffee.
Coffee?
How about you, Rambo?
All this wouldn't be so bad. But now,
They got Tea Garden. What? Tea Garden. They kidnapped Tea Garden.
Half the formula is missing. Half?
and everybody wants to get at it. The good, the bad,
I distinctly heard somebody call me a butt whopper. I didn't call you anything. Then I suggest you apologize to this man.
and the downright nasty. race is on.
I don't think I can do it that fast.
Sour grapes.
And remember, Mom, it's chock full of vitamins.
For 30 years, a sinister secret lay hidden behind these walls.
I don't want to have to remind you a second time. Just stay clear of this area.
But there is something mysterious about this place that draws him closer to the truth.
I'm going down that hallway. I'm going in for a closer look.
Stop whatever you're doing! Don't go near the vault!
And tonight, that secret is going to come out. The Hobgoblins are back.
We're too late!
And they're looking to party.
Cardboard! I recognize it anywhere! Stop breathing all over me!
She must be happy to see him.
No one is safe from these cagey critters.
These creatures have a power. They can tap into your brain and sense the things that you really want to do. What's wrong with that? They also try to kill you.
But first, they will grant your heart's desire.
Do you kiss on the first date?
I go all the way on the first date.
My kind of woman.
Then they will uncover your most secret fantasies.
Amy would never come to a place like this.
Lapska Miss proud to present Miss Amy Sims.
Oh my God.
And when your wildest dream is about to come true,
Get off the stage!
these gruesome gremlins turn it into a nightmare.
What's going on here? Just a problem involving some small predators, sir. We need to stage a diversion. And I have just what you need.
Because getting everything you want can be hazardous to your health.
War isn't pretty.
Hobgoblins, they'll make you party.
In a rowdy crowd tonight.
Till you drop dead. Journey to an age of great kingdoms. An age of awesome magic. An age of terrifying evil. Where one man sought the key to the ultimate power. He was the man they called Deathstalker.
Reunite the three powers. You will be the power.
A brave man could get inside one Cause Castle and kill him.
If he can capture the amulet of life, he will rule the world. But an evil wizard stands in his path. And to the victor, a beautiful princess. The greatest challenge. The greatest adventure. The most legendary hero of them all. The man they called Deathstalker. The last great warrior king. Starring Richard Hill and Bobby Bennett.
Adults are predictable. They expect you to behave as though what you do today is going to have an effect on where you'll be in 30 years. I mean, it's ridiculous to think that there's going to be anything in 30 years. I don't know what's worse, you know? Being blown up in nuclear war or having a 7-Eleven on every corner.
You want it to be just like you? Think maybe if I had your haircut, I could sell more policies?
Or maybe if I had your mouth, I could close a deal every day.
Give him a break.
Giving them too many. They love you, you know. Yeah, they don't know what to think of me. Maybe I am as bad as they say.
Who says?
Everyone.
You're different.
They're living under this illusion that life as we know it is going to continue forever.
I'm in trouble.
You got a B+ in calculus?
This is murder. It was an accident.
They killed my brother.
You're not listening to me.
No, you're the one who's not listening.
It was a suicide.
They killed my brother.
No one knows anything except a kid on a skateboard.
It happened right here. I'm not lying.
You gotta hear what it sounds like from where I'm standing.
Everybody knows that you're blaming yourself for the way that he died, but I just want you to know that your friends, they still think about you.
Somebody had to shake their tree. You said so yourself.
Oh, yeah. By the rules.
You got your team, I got mine. I guess we all do unexpected things sometimes, don't we?
Gleaming the Cube.
You are condemned to death sport. In the year 3000, all freedoms are crime. There is just one penalty. Death sport. David Carradine and Claudia Jennings are super warriors.
I am my only master.
Lovers, imprisoned and separated with only one chance for survival.
Fight me. I'll see you both in hell.
It's a future war on wheels fought astride high-powered death machines with blasters and laser guns.
I can survive your death sport.
There are no Olympic Games, World Series, or Super Bowls. There is only death sport. David Carradine conquers the death sport.
Since the dawn of time, man has been plagued by the evil curse of the lusting vampires. The living dead have risen again. Don't go near the park. Keep out. This park is not for playing. The horrible truth will curdle your blood. They rise from the grave to wreak their ritualistic vengeance on the living. Zombies on a rampage of blood and terror. Don't go near the park. The gruesome reality more shocking than your most horrifying nightmares. There is no escape from the supernatural beings that stalk your soul. Beware, you have been warned. Keep out. This park is not for playing. Don't go near the park. Coming soon. Rated R.
They came just for the weekend.
You clean up the house real good for the new owners. I pick you up Monday morning and you each get $100.
But this weekend,
This house has a long history of mayhem and madness.
just might last a lifetime. Because this house is not a home. Delivery.
Sure.
And the place is really coming to life.
Something funny's going on there.
He's got a taste for the good life.
Remember the drawing of the beast? It's gone.
And he's on a quest for flesh.
Maybe she's in trouble.
Every door leads to another dimension.
You stop with the freaking beast? This is reality.
Every step forward is a step backward.
I've come to destroy you.
And every room is a room with a view.
You looking for trouble?
Something very odd about this place.
We're figuring that out.
There's no telling who will drop in.
This place is so spooky.
Or who will drop dead. David Carradine, Artie Johnson, and the girls. Evil Toons.
Don't tell me you kids don't enjoy a good cartoon.
Evil Toons. It's a scream.
At last, the space comedy you didn't know you were waiting to see. The Ice Pirates. In the far distant future, in a galaxy where those in the know don't go, real estate is cheap, and they've got great sushi. But there's no water.
You got any water?
It is a time when desperate men will swing from the chandeliers just to get a drink.
Just take a look at that.
Good men like Jason, space pirate, and explorer of the cosmos. His chief engineer and fellow rogue Roscoe.
Oh, here, quit that.
And the beautiful Princess Karina. One tiny band who must bust their buns, battling the masters of all the water in the galaxy. The evil Mithradoids, famous for not being nice.
Killing you would be too easy. I have something better in mind.
The Ice Pirates.
Let's party.
See startling special effects. See depravity in zero gravity. See glamour girls from another galaxy. See kung fu robots. And delight in the mysteries of the seventh world. The one place in the universe to get a decent glass of water.
Don't do that.
You insist.
How's it going? It's going great. How's it going with you?
The Ice Pirates. A totally spaced adventure.
Oh, you said one that time.
Oh, I said one.
Yeah,
it's
it
because
was
I packed.
professional of me, but okay.
Hello, we're back.
I hope you all enjoyed that. I saw someone in the chat, I believe it was Josh, saying that like the good thing about the Deathstalker trailers is that you can just change the number on it and the trailer stays essentially the same. This is literally true of all the rest of the Deathstalker movies. Like the rest of the trailers all have footage from them that are from the first movie and don't appear at all in the other movies. It's really great. They all have basically the same one. Although I think the fourth movie, for some reason, uses a lot of footage from the third movie as well. It's very confusing, but they're all great. I love those movies so much. They're all so bad, and like the first one is bad in a way completely different from how the other three are bad. But the first one, they earnestly tried to make like a cool swing from the chandelier sword and sorcery movie, and it sucked. And then the next three, they're like, what if we pretend that we're in on the joke? And so it's just like a bad sword and sorcery movie, but a guy's making worse jokes. Yeah, definitely worth watching all four of those. I believe they're on Amazon Prime if you've got the time.
Oh, there is. 2, 3, and 1V?
IV, yes,
IV.
I believe. Yeah, intravenous, yeah. I saw also, this is a minor gripe, I saw someone, when I was trying to collect all of these on tape, which I have done.
Congratulations.
You've
done well. Good for you.
I have 2 copies of Deathstalker 2 now, because I bought a copy of someone trying to sell Deathstalker 3, but it was like a cut box, where the slip had been cut to put it in a smaller box.
Okay. Wow, disgusting.
So they had cut off the third capital I in the third. It was great. It'll haunt me forever.
This seems like a pretty naff thing to point out, but I love that pretty much every single trailer we're going to watch tonight, you could not watch on a Movie News website on the internet. to originally see these trailers, you would have to go to a movie.
Mm.
I assume it would be some similar sort of genre to the movie that you were watching. Like, you wouldn't go see the Deathstalker trailer in front of, say, Lady and the Tramp or something.
I mean, did the Deathstalker movies even get a cinema release? Like, I guess they must.
Well, that's it. Like, I suppose like some of these would have been shown in the cinemas, but maybe most of these were shown ahead of VHS on home video.
Although, what ratio was that? Do you remember?
Some of these are in full cinema ratio. We know about the ratio.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, they are, which is a contentious issue that we argued about earlier.
We did argue about this.
We'll see that one come up later.
But, as a big, a big trailer head like myself, really in on the early days of sort of like trailering online. I have a strong memory of...
You were one of the pioneers.
I'm going to get up
waiting...
this seat and I'm going to punch you with the mouse.
Waiting 2 hours to download a screen this big of famous 1997 movie Sphere. And watching that trailer at least 50 times in a row because it was the only trailer on the computer. Yeah.
Do you think that is a bad film, though? I really enjoyed it.
Is Sphere a bad film?
Yeah.
I don't think it's a great movie.
I really enjoyed it.
I loved it as a kid, but I was also obsessed with Michael Crichton books when I was a kid. So.
Yeah,
I think most people would be surprised it was a movie if you talked about it at this stage.
I watched it again just recently, and I didn't mind it.
Held up?
Yeah. I think it definitely someone needs to maybe give another shot.
I reckon
give Sphere another shot.
Yes.
I don't want to spoiler alert here, but I think a movie that ends with a bunch of people holding hands in a circle wishing that a sphere would go away is a shitty ending to a movie. Oh, I wish the sphere would leave us alone. I hate the sphere.
That's fair.
Alright, round 2.
Did we get any submissions for the...
I haven't checked yet.
Reiterate what the contest is for anyone that might have...
It's a drawing competition. And you've got to draw a monster VHS.
Or beta.
Or beta max.
Some form of
monster.
cassette-based video format where you have transformed, using the power of art, your tape into a monster. That's what we would like to see. You can send that to the Instagram page for the venue Netherworld, which is... I said the word Instagram
Netherworld Arcade.
Netherworld, and then I got confused. Netherworld Arcade, one word. It's not case sensitive, don't stress about that. No numbers.
Good, thanks for clarifying. Let's watch part 2.
Do it.
Alright. Enjoy.
A man trapped by his own body.
To Alan, to the start of his new life.
So you train monkeys exclusively for quadriplegics? How about if I were to donate a monkey?
She hasn't been exposed to anything weird in the lab.
No.
An animal trained to follow commands.
How am I supposed to take care of it, Jeff? The idea is that it's going to take care of you. She's unbelievable. She's like a miniature person.
Get rid of that bird, or so help me.
One with the mind for revenge.
I've been so full of anger. I've had the most horrible thoughts lately.
I made up a formulation based on human memory cells I've been injecting one of my monkeys.
I don't like this change in you, Alan.
The other with the instinct to kill.
What the hell are you doing to her? Ella is getting out of the house, and I'm getting out with her. You do know that that's impossible.
Man is the only animal capable of murder.
Ella, no!
Until now.
She did it for me. Did it because I wanted it done. Stop it!
From the director of Night of the Living Dead, George A. Romero, the master of terror and suspense.
You're not gonna hurt me. I'm part of you.
Monkey Shines, a new leap into terror.
At the beginning of the 21st century, the nuclear holocaust had come to pass, and civilization vanished. It was a time of chaos and violence, until one day there appeared the New Barbarians. The New Barbarians. The New Barbarians.
The one who speaks for them, let them eat their bread and drink their wine, and in the night benign, sleep.
Don't miss the most unusual and exciting horror motorcycle film yet made.
I come to offer you youth and fresh blood.
Hey, we all know how we're going to die, baby. We're going to crash and burn.
Werewolves on Wheels, starring Steve Oliver and Severn Darden. The story of a motorcycle gang who ride into a new kind of hell. They ride wild, play hard, and fight brutal.
I write your unholy name thrice in blood.
Cry of Satan, you are one with them. Cry of Satan, you are one with them. Cry of Satan.
Werewolves on Wheels, the most eerie, the most chilling, the most terrifying motorcycle horror film ever made. Their survival was the torch, as one by one they became terrifying, bloodthirsty werewolves on wheels. Don't miss the first horror motorcycle film ever made, Werewolves on Wheels. Rated R from the Fanfare Corporation.
From a place beyond time comes a terrifying challenge beyond imagination. Conquest. Two men join forces in a struggle for power. In a realm of fear. Conquest. An act of courage to conquer the Queen of Darkness. They faced the armies of evil to win the weapons of light. Feel the power. Accept the challenge of conquest.
たまえ。2匹の宇宙怪獣を。あの怪獣たちはこのテープが発する信号でコントロールされている。君たちは一体何者なんだ。
今から怪獣たちは東京を中心に手当たり次第に破壊する。
みんなの友達だ。
We don't know anything for a fact.
Clint Walker, except that bulldozer kills. Carl Betts, 2 men dead. The survivors watch an unmanned bulldozer continue its rampage. Killdozer.
Of all history's prophets, none has a greater degree of credibility than H.G. Wells. With his predictions of moon landings, ray guns, sonic signaling devices. Is Wells right again in his prediction of dangers to come in Empire of the Ants? In this fantastic tale, Wells tells the chilling story of a colony of ants who feed on atomic waste, causing them to grow into large, voracious monsters.
Ah, let's get out of here, come on!
And these giant ants are actually able to control humans.
He needs us. That's why it has to be this way. Why we must obey. At first, the people don't understand. They must be forced into submission. After their indoctrination, they realize that the ants only want us to take care of them and work for them, feed them. That's the way it should be, for they are superior.
I mean, they don't want us to go that way, and they don't want us to go back the way we came.
God, they're hurting us like cattle!
H.G. Wells' Empire of the Ants. For they shall inherit the earth sooner than you think.
25 years in the future, the ultimate weapon against crime will be the judge, jury, and executioner. And it will not be human. But here, the future has already arrived 25 years too soon.
Impossible.
Robotic.
It's okay, honey. It's a police officer.
Officer. Tactical. Operation. Research. Rotor. Its prime directive. To judge and to execute anything that stands in its way.
The Rotor walked through a busload of nuns to get to a jaywalker.
The perfect police officer.
It won't stop.
A prototype of what is to come. But pray, it never comes to this.
He's programming himself.
An unstoppable force. Without flesh and blood. Rotor.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. The white bigot was dying, and the black soul brother needed time to prove his innocence.
More power to you, brother.
I want to transplant my head on a healthy body. I think I like to donate my body to science after all.
So they transplanted the white head onto the black body. Who would have suspected that neither would care for the idea too much?
What are you guys doing to me?
Shut up.
Where's the rest of you?
We are joined together temporarily.
Williams, stop this car immediately. Why don't you shut up?
Hey, that's telling him, man.
I should have known your kind stick together.
Will you please stop this infernal machine? Oh, just shut up. Help! Shut up.
You a doctor? So far, so good. Then how about you taking old happy face off of here?
They're shooting at us!
Man, this car's a real dud.
Could I have a cigarette?
Oh, sure, honey.
Hey, man, are we smoking while I'm eating?
Stick your head out the window and see if any more is coming.
Ray Milland and Rosie Greer as the Thing with Two Heads.
You get some sleep, baby.
Why don't you stay here for a little while?
It's no use, honey. Maybe when I get used to it.
Now you know you got to go.
And we are back. What a trailer to end on.
I saw a few people trying to pick apart the science in the comments there. Maybe just leave that one.
No, it's very
let it go.
simple. Alright, your neck is a series of tubes.
Yeah.
So you take the tubes,
split them,
and you put a little Y joint on them.
Then you just add another
Then
head.
you go bongo.
Yeah. Yes, one each
I
gets
can't
a lung.
I can't fault the science.
Both heads get their own individual heart. They get one of your two hearts.
Well, I mean, you only need...
One gets the small intestine, one gets the big intestine.
You only connect... Okay, you could like...
I feel like we're pulling this apart way too much.
Oh, I'm sure they can see the
One
divide
does
in the
squeeze,
movie.
one does
I can't say I've seen it.
I'm going to stop.
That's where the divide would be. Fair enough. What else did we see in that bracket? We had Rhoda.
Conquest.
And generally, I don't know if... I know Reese was in the chat complaining that he hated the movie, but that was one of the earlier 2 bits that we did when we started doing them here. That movie is like... Basically, every 1980s sword and sorcery movie is bad to varying levels of being enjoyable. Conquest is the only one I think that is actually maybe art? Close to art? The whole thing is out of focus. 90% of the movie is in slow motion. The soundtrack is the guy from Goblin, like playing one drone note for 10 minutes and then switching to a different one.
So Goblin.
Yeah, exactly. But it's so weird and insane and divorced from like every other sword and sorcery movie was like super cookie cutter, you know, try to just be like, there's a hot guy, there's a hot broad, there's a wizard, 1 + 1 = 2, whatever. Conquest was just like a completely alien movie. What's his name? The guy that directed
Mandy, yeah.
Not George P. Cosmatos,
No.
that's his dad.
It's a name that we're not going to remember nor be able to pronounce.
Go on for my name.
Panos.
Cosmatos. He said that Conquest was like the major influence on Mandy, which, if you watch Conquest, you will 100% see why that is the case. Like, yeah, Mandy is like that movie, but set in the Pacific Northwest in the 80s. It's fucking wild. Yeah.
Nice.
Anything else in there that was particularly stand out for you guys?
I'm sorry.
No, you go.
I'm really fascinated by the movies in which people are watching that they haven't seen in this one, where they're like, alright, I will definitely go on Hunt Out and watch that movie, or that's enough. That'll do for me.
Yeah, and I don't want to deter people from watching more movies, because obviously we've got time right now, but for a lot of these trailers, you have done enough. You have seen enough.
I'm definitely going to track down The Thing with Two Heads.
Yeah,
that is a film I need to see.
You and I should watch that together.
Let's do that.
Ben is convinced that he has seen enough of it in the trailer and that it will bring him no more joy.
Someone down here just posted that it ended racism, so good on that movie.
Wow.
Wow, you want to disrespect it by not watching it. Pretty problematic.
Alright.
Hope everyone's going alright with their drawings. You should be working very hard at those. 5 pins up for grabs.
We'll check in at the end of segment 4 for those ones.
Yeah, nice. And then we'll...
It's a little hard to watch movie trailers and draw at the same time, so these do not need to be good. They can be as bad as humanly possible, but still a little bit good.
Feel free to make them good if you want. That's an option.
Speaking of the art, the thing that struck me the most is how sexy all of these titles are for all these films, all the fonts, all the logos. They're like, even the shit films, the shit trailers in this have been beautiful in terms of titles.
Like, you pointed out the typeface for Monkey Shines, where they've done the, like, offset on a diagonal and it looks fucking sick, which now I've seen used for a million other things. Would have been a relatively innovative use back then. It
100%.
looks fucking great.
It's really sexy.
It has to be up there with one of the best movie titles ever made as well.
Yes.
In terms of just like...
Why? Really Why would you call something Monkey Shines?
It's not a pun, is it?
What does it mean?
Well, Monkey Shines is like you playing a joke on someone. You know, it's silly buggers kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
Also, it's got a monkey in there, and it's a movie about a monkey.
A monkey.
That's shiny?
No.
Yeah, it doesn't really work as a pun.
No.
It works on 1.5 levels, not 2.
Yeah. The big, good joke.
Well done.
Murder Monkey. Horseplay. Alright, cool. Monkey Shines is like horseplay. It's like a prank.
Yeah.
Alright.
Or silly buggers.
Silly buggers.
Like the example that I gave 20 seconds ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's...
Next section?
Yeah. I don't think we outlined at the start how many sections and how long
No.
the sections are at
I
all.
thought there were only 3, so I'm surprised to learn that out of there's 4. So.
Well, yeah, because we've been gradually making this 10 minutes longer every time. Because every time I get to the end, I'm like, we could have done 10 more minutes. So this will be 4 20-minute segments. You've seen 2 20-minute segments. We're at the halfway mark, effectively. I think that's fair to say.
I think that's fair to say.
The math checks out.
Thank you so much. It was not my specialty at school. It actually was. Yeah. You want to hit that big red button?
I am hitting the big red button.
They broke into the mall for the wildest all-night party of their lives.
It's dead meat.
But you're never alone in the chopping mall.
What's that?
Robot blood. Chopping mall, where shopping costs you an arm and a leg.
Was more to Barney Springboro than his mind. There was more to Peyton Nichols than what met the eye.
Smile!
And on that day when Barney got the power, It was Peyton who knew exactly what to do with it.
I can make things fly around. I can move things.
He guided Barney.
I got it all figured out. You do your thing, we'll make a fortune.
And he advised him in the fine art of dealing with parents. In the mysterious ways of women.
Wow.
And in the unpredictable laws of chance.
You're a winner.
Together, they used the power and took the world for a ride. And found their way into the hearts of every woman.
I don't want you to do anything you don't want to.
You don't?
No. I have way too much respect for you, Jane.
You do?
But Peyton never warned Barney about one thing: falling in love. Get off this summer with Zapped! Starring Scott Baio, Willie Ames, Albert Einstein, Scatman Crothers, his over-persuasive wife.
You ugly spasm.
An outrageous pair. An incredible pair. One spaced-out Vulcan, one spaced-out dummy. A team of professional exorcists. And a half-naked cast of thousands. All come together in Zapped, a movie that's out of this world and out of its mind.
You believe in the monsters? I don't believe there's a monster in the field. Stupid adults believe in it. Yeah. These are good hot dogs. Everybody believes in monsters. Yeah. The adults are so I don't
It's a new age of combat.
Human beings, genetically engineered to be the best fighters in history.
Two champions.
It isn't over until someone wins.
At war with each other.
Achilles! I have already killed you.
Two invincible men.
Let's finish it, Alexander, here and now.
The ultimate killing machines.
I'm gonna get in this thing, and I'm gonna kick your...
Not for me.
Robot jocks.
Our galaxy is split into two warring factions, our own and the one ruled by the evil Count Zartan from the League of the Dark Worlds. The Count has created a weapon so vast, so huge, that it would take a whole planet to conceal it. You must sail to the haunted stars. Find the Count's secret planet and destroy it.
more frightening than his War of the Worlds, more imaginative than his Time Machine. Now, H.G. Wells' masterpiece of science fiction, The Food of the Gods. The terrifying tale of man fighting for his life against an ecology gone berserk. This is the last chance for an unsuspecting world against harmless animals and insects made huge and vicious by the food of the gods. Marjoe Gortner. Pamela Franklin. Ralph Meeker. Ida Lupino. H.G. Wells' The Food of the Gods, for a taste of hell. Rated PG.
Beyond our time, beyond our universe, there is a planet besieged by alien invaders, where a young king must rescue his love from the clutches of the beast, or risk the death of his world. A world called Krull.
Arm yourself! We'll fight together.
To this world have come the Slayers and their overlord, the Beast.
If you consent to be my queen, I will halt the attacks of the Slayers.
Their incredible power has taken the planet by force. Their inhuman savagery has got to be stopped. And these are the ones who must stop it. Thieves.
Let's just kill them and be done with it.
Warriors. Wizards. A changeling.
That rudeness. I think I'll turn you into a goose.
A cyclops.
That's the second time you've saved my life.
A child. A king.
I give fire to water. It will not return, except from the hand of the woman I choose as my wife.
Unlikely allies.
Well, you heard him. We are now an army.
Battling an unbeatable enemy. For the life of the Princess Lissa.
He's too powerful.
And the freedom of the planet Krull. Courage lives in many worlds. But the bravest of all is Krull. A world light years beyond your imagination.
No, she scares me, Raymond. There's something I don't know. You don't know, you can't even imagine, but she's my baby, my little girl, and she came out of me. It's not her fault.
You've been feeling strange lately, Barbara. Confused. This confusion has been transmitted to you from another time, another place, beyond human knowledge and understanding. They're forces, inhuman ones, out of this world, and they're unspeakably evil.
What are you begging me for?
Well, I just,
Oh my God, what is that? Go fuck yourself.
Shit. You used your powers to make it go faster.
No, I didn't.
Don't you talk to me like that! How dare you talk to me or anybody else like that?
He was the first superhero from New Jersey. He came to Tromaville and single-handedly wiped out crime, corruption, and chemical waste.
The name's Avenger. The toxic Avenger. How are you?
Holy shit!
But this time, there's trouble not just in Tromaville,
Messy, messy, messy.
but also in Tokyo. And there's only one brave soul who can stop the forces of evil.
No. I am history.
There's only one hideously deformed creature of superhuman size and strength, and he's back.
Don't worry, sir. I'm the Toxic Avenger.
He's a fighter. He's a thinker. He's a lover. And when he returns, criminals won't have a leg to stand on. People will be dancing in the streets in The Toxic Avenger, Part 2.
No problem.
The wildest, most off-the-wall action movie since The Toxic Avenger, Part 1. He's coming soon. The Toxic Avenger, Part 2.
I can't believe it!
Journey now to an age undreamed of. An age of mystery and magic. Of swords and sorcery. The warrior and the sorceress on a planet lit by twin suns. Evil warlords battle to control the fate of an entire dynasty. A mighty warrior rises out of legend to free an enslaved sorceress.
There was a time when I could command. And I would obey.
Together, they forge the mystical sword whose blade cannot be broken. The ultimate struggle between good and evil. Sorcery. Dungeons.
I don't work cheap.
David Carradine in The Warrior and the Sorceress. The mightiest of all heroes. In the greatest of all adventures. The Warrior and the Sorceress. Their sacred bond cannot be broken.
There are places where nothing ever seems to change. But here, nothing is what it seems. He saw it.
Something came out of the sky. A meteor or something.
No one believed it.
Don't be talking about things you don't know nothing about.
Tastes funny.
It makes vegetables taste weird.
There's nothing wrong with the water.
It's making you sick. Can't you see that?
Now, there's no way to stop the curse. It has come from the heavens, but what it has brought is hell. Will Wheaton of Stand By Me must stand alone against The Curse, a film by David Keith from a story by H.P. Lovecraft.
Hello!
Hey, yo, we're back.
Thanks to everyone who's been sending pictures through. We've got a whole bunch so far, and they're pretty much universally all amazing.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Well, pretty much universally.
They are universally all amazing.
You'd hate to be the person that's sitting there being like, oh no, mine was the shit one.
I did a terrible VHS monster.
I'm sorry. No, they're all great. Yep.
Yep.
All of you are special and loved.
Same tablet fight scene in that trailer, huh?
So I confused it briefly for another one of the Sword and Sorcery movies that's coming up later, which not only reused a lot of footage for its trailer, but also reuses a lot of footage for the movie. So like the first half hour of it is clips from other Sword and Sorcery movies, unrelated ones that are like, and this is the backstory of our world. All of this stuff happens. But yeah, so a keen-eyed viewer would have spotted that was the exact same someone getting thrown over a table from Deathstalkers in Warrior and the Sorceress.
Beautiful.
Love to see David Carradine's face. Every time I see him, my guy. He did a bunch of just like amazing trash movies because he did so many goddamn movies. I set myself like a personal challenge at one point to watch every movie in his filmography. I have not finished that so far. There's a lot there. Very hard-working man.
The Visitor was incredible. I've never seen that before, but that looks fucking amazing.
Definitely actively watching that. I don't believe that was a real trailer. It was too weird.
And also, that trailer leaves out a bunch of the actual weirdness in the movie. Like the opening.
I think it got a fair bit of it in there.
Oh no! Like there is some stuff in there where you're just like, and you feel vaguely like you're watching a fucking. What's his name? Alejandro Jodorowsky? Yeah, that guy.
Yeah.
It has like weird elements of that sort of stuff in there, but yeah, definitely watch The Visitor. I might actually do it too at some point. So I don't know.
My favourite bit of the trailer was when, for no reason whatsoever, they did the clip of her going, stick it up your ass 3 times in a row straight away.
Yeah,
no context why.
Scarier than a rude child.
Yeah,
I'm surprised
that
they
hammer home the point that she's a nightmare.
Did they they had Red Band and Green Band trailers back then too? How did the F-bomb make its way into that as well?
Pretty rude.
Somehow
Had
that
their
was...
own showing in front of art movies or something. Yeah, that's, definitely.
Yeah, because like all the trauma movies, like that Toxic Avenger 2 trailer was very, very, very low key because they would absolutely blister PG and M movies with their very R-rated movies.
Yes.
They wanted every child to convince their parents to watch those movies.
What else did we have in that? There's one of the good ones in there.
Shopping Mall.
Shopping Mall. Yeah.
I've not seen that either,
Was
but I need to.
in that segment? Because I just want to point out how amazing
Killdozer was
Killdozer
in
is.
the last one.
We need to talk about it. It's too good. We need to talk about it. Killdozer is amazing. What a perfect concept. It's a bulldozer that kills.
You know this is based on a real life story, right? the Killdozer thing is a real thing that a guy did.
Wait, what, really?
So he was a...
I'm sorry, I'm picturing this as like Christine, like the killer car, but it's a sentient bulldozer that kills. This isn't the movie.
This is a disgruntled guy who I think was either fired from his job, there were like layoffs or something, where he took... It was either a tractor or a bulldozer, and then he created a concrete shell to go over the top. Got inside it.
I was just reading about this, I don't know why.
I don't understand why you'd make that movie when you could make a movie about a sentient bulldozer that kills.
They really messed up June there. But this guy was
Well,
going
never
through the
understand.
cities in, blazed through a bunch of cars and cop cars, buildings and stuff, and then eventually killed himself inside the Killdozer because he never intended on getting out alive.
On the bright side,
in Colorado.
now I can make my killer bulldozer sentient movie, and no one's gonna see.
I love that when you say what a concept it is, you're essentially praising this man's method of suicide by cop.
I'm sorry?
What a concept! But yeah, Killdozer.
Yeah.
Real historical thing that happened. Very, very strange. That's why it was a TV movie. TV movies are based on real life because they can't afford to acquire the rights to things.
Great.
Yeah, should we
Next segment?
launch into our
Last
final
segment. We saved all the best stuff for the final bit.
Sure.
Alright, ready? 3.
Ninja Terminator. Witness the bloody struggle over the search for the unlimited force of the Golden Ninja Warrior. Ninja Terminator. An outstanding action-packed adventure between a triangle of the deadliest ninja warriors. You want the Golden Ninja Warrior all for yourself. Look at this. Yes, that's my ninja star. Right? It's my ninja star. This is yours. Ninja Terminator, a spectacular story of betrayal and lust, the supreme power of ninja technique.
Hey! The force of escape!
Ninja Terminator, the weapons, the combat, and the intrigue enter the heart-stopping world of the Ninja Empire. Ninja Terminator. Classical ninja fighters versus a world of guns, explosives, and even high technology. Ninja Terminator. Don't miss it.
Beyond evil is a terrifying journey. Beyond life.
Some you die!
Beyond death. Beyond evil.
You need that house like a hole in the head.
It's a little goodwill.
For more than 2 centuries, the evil within Casa Fortuna lay dormant.
What he means is the place is supposed to be haunted.
It's all a legend.
Everyone on the island knows. Alma Martine lives.
It's changing, don't you realize?
What strange force possessed the husband, John Saxon?
I can't fight anymore.
The wife, Linda Day George.
I want my wife back. I don't care what it takes.
The lover, Michael Dante.
Leave that place now, before it's too late.
As long as your wife remains within her reach, she's in danger of contamination, possession.
beyond evil will scare the hell out.
Everything in Tammy's life is just great. But when you're young and in love, life can get very complicated. Especially when it involves an insanely jealous creep.
That's my lady, all right?
Late night phone calls.
I want you to come over.
Yes!
Sneaking around in your own house.
Did you lock the door?
Don't worry.
Your boyfriend getting dumped in a wild animal park. And a crazy doctor.
Well, that's it.
Who turns out to be a mad scientist.
I mean, if you're going to make an omelet, you have to break a few eggs, right?
With an insane invention that only needs a brain. But this Tyrannosaurus Rex just wants to be a party animal. Even when you tell the truth, nobody believes it anymore.
It was a dinosaur.
What?
It's more than a machine with a brain. I mean, it is a machine with feelings. We are on the brink of something special. We are going to be immortalized.
Is that really you in there? Oh, Michael, what have they done to you?
Oh, you poor thing. You gone crazy.
Byron, I am not going crazy. This is just a little hard to explain.
That's my dinosaur!
We found the dinosaur, Sheriff. It's in a truck being driven by your son.
Byron?
Yes, sir. See, a couple of folks back at the hospital, they say he stole it.
Stole what?
The dinosaur.
Oh, jeez.
That is my dinosaur that you are threatening. I made him and he is mine.
What are we going to do?
I will give you immortality.
Not if Tammy has anything to say about it. Tammy and the T-Rex.
In the realm where your worst nightmares live. In the darkest nether regions of your desire. There awaits the evil clutch. Within these peaceful rolling hills, something breathes. Something ancient. Something evil. Two young lovers on the vacation of their lives suddenly must face the deadliest force in the universe, a demon which will possess them, take their love, steal their souls, and finally devour them. Evil Clutch. From the brilliant action director Andreas Mafori and the talented young producer Agnesa Fontana comes a hellish vision of ultimate terror. Evil Clutch. Innovative cinematography and revolutionary special effects leap from the screen, pulling you right into the pulse-pounding horror. Terrifying ancient secrets have been reborn within Evil Clutch. The nightmare that grabs you where you least expect it. Evil Clutch. From Troma.
What the hell was that? He's here.
Good evening.
He's back. Ready for romance.
She loves me.
Ready for excitement.
This barbecue's only just begun.
Ready for murder.
Destroy him.
You ball-busting bitch. Hold it right there, Pilgrim. As Shakespeare said, shit happens.
You as a monster?
You look much taller in person.
This is far too violent.
What did you shoot him with? Steroids?
Leprechaun 4. Leprechaun in Space.
You're late.
I'm sorry we had a small mishap.
Here are the keys. Here are ours.
Have a nice stay in Millbog.
You in our city.
Still telling the same story, Josh?
Powers of evil are very strong here. I must leave.
Goblins don't exist. Goblins don't exist.
And remember,
They're eating her! Well, they're going to eat me!
so dizzy.
Kids with a sweet tooth like yours love ice cream.
Delicious. And purified.
The sacred power of the magic stones! I need help, Grandpa! No!
The sight of it will live with you or die with you, but you will never forget the shriek of the mutilated. The abominable snowman, the Yeti, or is it? A scientific expedition that turns into a nightmare for all but a few, with the surprise ending of the year.
Sometimes it almost sounds like something human.
Find anything out there?
Well, Dr. Prell thinks we might.
Oh, Prell's got a thing about snowmen. The trouble is that people believe that garbage of his can get themselves in trouble.
It's the damnedest thing, Ernst. If it isn't a Yeti, I can't imagine what it could be.
I could see it as it was chewing the flesh of Tom's leg.
Honey! Stop treating me like a child! Will you stop acting like one? Dr. Prell brought you on this mission for a reason.
This is not for the weak. This is truly the shriek of the mutilated. Rated R.
Hey, where are we going? Doesn't matter. What counts is that you're my buddy.
My date didn't start off too well.
We be looking for ya.
Are we jumpy tonight?
And then it got worse.
We're here.
And then...
Gentlemen, I give you Katrina.
You're just what I'm looking for.
Why'd you pick on us? It was a mistake. It was a little error there, a little communication error. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh. Let's just get out of here. This is not really happening.
Hello, baby.
God, you look awful. What happened to you?
I was nearly hung. I got into a fight with a psychotic albino. I hit a cockroach, my best friend disappears, and then I'm nearly assassinated by a runaway elevator. Anyone can have an off night?
That, a comedy with bite.
Michael's a normal boy in an abnormal position.
We had a little accident.
You had yourself some sort of extraordinary fright.
Michael, where's your hair? I'm bald.
The proper medical term is harum scarum.
What a loony.
Now, he's got one hairy problem. And he's about to find a solution.
You can't just come into our house, can you?
Ghosts can go anywhere.
In the least likely place you'd think.
Here's old Charlie's recipe.
A jar of peanut butter.
Don't use too much of it or watch out.
But the peanut butter solution is just the beginning.
It's growing so fast.
Of an even bigger problem.
Mr. Jingles, it's moving.
Human hair grows only half an inch a month. No more.
Oh, that's a head of hair. Well done, son.
I don't think it's natural, Dad.
It's the peanut butter solution.
This is a classroom, not a barbershop. A toast to this new hair. Long may it grow.
But if it doesn't stop growing, what will happen to Michael? It's a hair-raising, heartwarming comedy adventure for your whole family. See the peanut butter solution.
What's amusing?
Experience an age of magic, an age of sorcery, an age of conflict. Wizards of the Lost Kingdom.
Keep this ring, my son. It is the source of all my power.
Good fights against evil.
I want that ring, and I want it now.
Arise, warriors of the past. Pick up your swords and prepare to do battle.
Seize him!
Magic one, stop this evil.
Wizards of the Lost Kingdom. On the far edge of fantasy, the ultimate conflict is drawing near. Wizards of the Lost Kingdom.
Oh, you forgot to say one.
No, one again.
Everyone's giving me shit about the countdown, okay? You don't say the one and then... Anyway, hello, I hope you enjoyed our collection of the IMDb top 250 films trailers.
Yeah, that's what that is. I don't think we said the name of what we were doing tonight at all once.
No.
Trailer.
Trash and treasure.
Trash and treasure.
It's on the screen.
Trailer, trash, and treasure. Oh.
Are you only making that connection now?
A little bit.
Okay.
I don't think there was really treasure in there, actually.
No.
I think we abandoned the treasure concept.
Oh, the peanut butter solution was a bit of treasure.
That is a treasure.
It is. Did you know that movie actually launched the career of Celine Dion?
What do you mean? You are lying?
No, so the producer of that film was on tour in Quebec promoting another
She
film.
lost her hair. They put peanut butter on her.
And she
owed them a favour for all eternity.
He was promoting it at a local radio station in Quebec, came upon a 17-year-old Celine Dion, and she sang some of the songs, and that was the first English language songs that she ever sung.
Was it the Peanut Butter Solution, the theme song for Peanut Butter Solution?
Jettisoned her to stardom.
I'm not going to do it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, there you go.
Incredible.
Pretty embarrassing for you, Ben. Apparently, the film Killdozer is not actually based off some dude who took a bulldozer and went crazy.
Okay, but in my
unfortunate for you.
And that's why
it did happen.
Yeah, and that's why I was looking up recently, because there's a documentary that was just made on it last year, in 2019, that's supposed to be fucking spectacular. So
Tread?
we should all
Is
watch
that
it.
what
Tread,
it's called?
yeah, Tread it's called,
Must be confused with Dread.
Yeah, no.
The amazing Judge
But
Dredd movie from
what's
20
most important here is that I'm right. It was actually based off the true story of a sentient killer bulldozer.
Just let him have it.
Oh,
Yeah.
you were absolutely right. Sentient killer bulldozer real. What else do we have in there? Wizards of the Lost Kingdom. They continued our trend of trailers that are not for the movie Deathstalker using footage from Deathstalker.
None of these trailers have ignited any form of passion in me to watch fantasy genre films.
And I can tell you why that is. It's because you don't smoke enough weed.
Probably.
But
That's
if that ever
possible.
changes, let me know. And I have VHS collection you're welcome to borrow. It'll change your life.
I feel like the Peanut Butter Solution is like the movie you're going over to like your grandparents for the weekend, and it's all good because they've gone down to the video store and they've hired you a few movies, and they've gotten you some real bangers for the weekend, and they've come back with Zapped and the Peanut Butter Solution.
There is probably like, in much the same way that, I think this is true of both of us, right? Watch the shit out of Mac and me when we were kids. That,
big
like,
time.
You know, as a kid, you're not particularly discerning. There are probably some children out there that are like, I demand watching the Peanut Butter Solution again. I mean, not now. I mean, in the 80s, there were probably some kids, banging
The
the
difference here is that Mac and Me is a fucking masterpiece, though. You can't
It's
really.
rain day at
you
school.
can't-
It's rain day at school, but it's all good. No one gets to go out on the Oval at lunchtime, but 300 kids get to sit in the hall and watch the Peanut Butter
You
Solution.
know what our fucking movie was? I feel like my entire time in school, every time we were like stuck in a classroom watching a thing, it was the fucking live-action Little Rascals movie.
That's pretty cool.
It's
a good movie.
Yeah, it's a pretty good movie.
It was the same as was always Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the one with Vanilla Ice, the
Yeah,
Secret of
you
the
watch-
Use.
that's
Secret of the
what's
Use.
amazing.
Yeah,
That's
it was
so
just
good.
all through high school.
You
Yeah.
watch The Indian in the Cupboard.
Which one?
That's a good movie.
That's a good movie.
Yeah, I wanted to do that one and Kingdom Beneath the Sink, City Beneath the Sink, or whatever it's fucking called. You see that one? It's about there's a magical city beneath a guy's sink and he goes in there.
It's good. I mean, the story.
Concept's good.
Oh, that's a good concept.
The title really follows through. Kids with magical miniature festivals. I don't know. We'll go
Stuff. What are these, like one pitch stories? Pitch it to me. City beneath the sink.
So, but why is
God
it?
damn
I don't
it!
want
Give
to-
them $1 million advance.
Don't spoil anything for me, but why is the city under the sink?
You know, I don't think they answer the why of that. It's more of the how.
Okay.
Is it, how would that look?
Excellent.
There's no origin story for how it gets there. I don't believe.
Oh shit! Polly Smell said exactly the same thing I said.
What?
It's raining. We can't go outside for lunch. Put Peanut Butter Solution on. All right, we're all on the same page. This is great.
Right. Too
Lovely.
good. That's consensus.
Thank you for joining us tonight. The pictures are amazing.
Competition.
We're going to post them on our Facebook afterwards. And yeah, we'll let you know if we're sending some pins out to you.
And we won't let you know if we're not.
Yeah, right?
Take the hint, buddy. We haven't attempted 30 bad ones yet. That wasn't directed at anyone in particular. They all look great.
What are we doing next week?
Well,
what are you doing next week?
Well, yeah, you guys can stay. I'm not
I'm a week off.
I don't need you. I will be back here with Miss Matilda Milne, bar manager over at Scratch Bar in Milton. We'll be playing a bunch of nightmarish Australian children's TV from the 90s. Yeah, should be good fun. There's some real fucking nightmare shit in there. Should be a treat. Join us at the same time, 7 p.m. Friday night, twitch.tv/MidworldArcade. Would you like to promote the various goods and services that you can buy from the establishments that you manage, Benjamin?
Absolutely would. I've been paid to advertise this venue. So we are open for takeaway food and drink Thursday and Sunday, 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. If you go into any of our social medias, we've got some bubble links. you can hit up for some click and collect.
I don't think people need to know that it's bottled.
People, it's just like, I'm trying to ease people into things, and like, it's kind of like Uber, you know, like you want to be like, oh, bottle, I'll bottle it.
Yeah.
You use it as, we'll get there. We'll massage it out of people. There's a link in which you can click and collect, get things. Anyway, we have food.
Or you can just visit the menu on the website and click the menu button, it'll take you straight to
what
order
Luke
as well.
said. He did the work for that. So
Similarly, your other venue, the Scratch Bar in Milton, 3 to 7, Saturday, Sunday. You can go there and buy delicious takeaway beers.
Delicious takeaway beers.
Mungers across the road.
Yep.
Doing a deli now. You can get deli meats from them. Also, I think you can get some takeaway food. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
So do that.
Go around the corner, get a case of beer from Houston.
Just make it a spree. Go wild. Go to Bunker. Bunker's open this weekend.
Bunker as well.
Nice
Have a
coffees.
Milton party. Get some Mrs. Lou's because they do shit hot
and
banh mi's, $6.50
Mrs.
every
Lou's is
day.
open Saturday mornings now. They never used to be open on weekends.
Let's do an advertising special of Two Bit Movie Club.
That's a good
Let's
idea.
do it. Only us saying things you should go and spend your money
Things
on.
we like and enjoy visiting in Brisbane.
You can't go inside at any of these venues. I want to stress this very much. Pubs are not open. Some places that serve food will allow you to have sit-down meals. Bars will not allow you to do that.
I'm pretty sure Newstead's running, sit-down meals this weekend.
But these
So-
places, Scratch.
No,
Can't go
no,
inside.
Scratch
10
can't.
people, 150 centimeters. I don't know why I called it 150 centimeters.
Mm.
Apart from each
1,500
other.
millimeters apart.
Alright, good night.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining
See ya.
us. Check out our Facebook in a second. We'll put the really, really awesome VHS monsters up. Good night.